Welcome to Vanek and Ian's apartment somewhere in Columbia, Missouri. This is live. This is the Chop House. I'm Tristan Tirado, sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, hailing from Mizzou. This is my co-host.
I'm Colin Simmons. I'm also sophomore at the University of Missouri, studying journalism. I am from the lovely state of Nebraska, Omaha to be specific.
Shout out Peyton Manning.
And this is the Chop House. Welcome in every Saturday mornings for a new episode.
Yeah, we are just college students that like sports a little bit too much, so we're not professionals.
And with that being said, we are Mizzou students. Mizzou Football Week 1 is in the books. How are we feeling about that, Tristan?
I just have a few takeaways, and I know you have something prepared too. All right. So, truthfully, I wasn't really happy with the defensive line play. I feel like first half, no sacks with your starters out there. That's not a great showing against a team that... See, that's like... I barely know Central Arkansas. That should already be
It's
something.
hard to judge, yeah,
Right.
a team like that. Like, obviously they're bad and Mizzou should blow them out, but you expect them to get more pressure than they did get.
Yeah, especially in the first... I mean, they got 2 sacks, I think, in the second half.
It was all Damon Wilson, yeah.
Right, who he was the transfer from Georgia. Yeah, he was the big one. He was the fourth. Yeah, he was the 5-star. Yeah. So that was definitely something that disappointed me. I mean, I went with some of my friends and I was saying, like, it's amazing how we have no... Because they had a sack in the first half. And that was something that was like, how are we getting out physical as an SEC team versus an ASUN team?
I hear you, and like it's not just the sacks numbers because like that's troubling, but like it's the fact that their run numbers weren't even like bad, especially for like a normal team. But for
an ASUN team,
to be averaging like 4 yards per carry on us, like that is not a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, Mizzou is a big 1-0 team. They like to move week to week.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's something that will have to be addressed against Kansas. I mean, they're a Big 12 team. They look good against Fresno State. I'll give them that. I know that they're our rival, but at the same time, you know,
you gotta give props.
You gotta give props where credit is due. But that was just something that I personally saw that I believed. Yeah, I don't know.
No, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I can get into mine too.
Yeah.
So what I liked, I'm aiming more positive here because obviously there were a lot of positives from the game. Like when you blow out a team like that.
6.
Yeah. Good spread cover.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
But the wide receiver depth for Mizzou was just insane. Like, I think Bo Prabula, also got to mention Bo playing the majority of the game because injury to Sam Horn.
Unfortunate, but...
Everyone knows about that by now, but obviously it is unfortunate. But Bo spread the ball around really well. Right here, 9 different receivers caught the ball, not all from Prabula, but the majority. And then transfer Kevin Coleman. I feel like he didn't have the most yards, but it was clear like he's going to be the number 1 guy. He clearly has good chemistry with Bo already. And I think we still haven't seen the rack potential from him. Mm-hmm. And there was really no over-the-field passes by Bo much. It was really all sideline to sideline.
The one thing, I mean, I'm happy that they did it, but when they blew it up, third play of the game, air it out with Marquise.
I like that.
You know, that was definitely impressive. I didn't expect an arm strength from Bo. Granted, I didn't know too much about him coming in, I'll be honest. Yeah. I know that he was a backup. They ran him a lot. I didn't know that he had an arm. It's a good throw. I will say... he did underthrow. It was the second half. He had him, and he had to turn around, catch it, fall at the one. Overall, I would say I was pretty happy with the wide receivers. The run game was also a little stiff in the first half, but overall the wide receivers solid. So yeah, I'm not against. I guess your positive outlook.
Yeah, and I gotta shout out Marquise Johnson specifically. Like he's poised for a big season just because of the deep threat ability, and he did unfortunately lose his mother in the offseason, so it means more for him, obviously, this year. Being without her, his mind is solely focused on the game right now.
Yeah, and I think a good locked-in receiver is something that Mizzou needs. I mean, as great as Luther was, you could tell there was definitely some disciplinary issues at times. I mean, he had a couple on Sportsmanlike last year. So as long as everybody can kind of keep their cool, I mean, they're unranked. There's a chip on their shoulder. They went 10-0 at home. Not 10-0, 7-0 at home last year. Yeah. They're on like a 10-game home winning streak, 11 now. There's a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, I think, this year. They didn't perform well in the big games last year, and so I hope that the wide receiver depth can help with that. With that being said, I would like to point out, despite that, I think they came out a little flat in the first half, especially in the first quarter. I think last year versus a team like Murray State, it was already 28-0 by the end of the first quarter. Granted, Mizzou might have been a little bit better on paper last year, but it was... They had kicked 2 field goals or 3 field goals in the first half, and that's just not something that you want to see against an ASUN team. Struggling to run the ball at times. I think they had 8 penalties yesterday, I want to say. Mizzou did. it's just not something you can do against a team that you're significantly better than, because what happens against a team that is your level or that is supposed to be better than you? You have to play good football.
I agree.
You can't come out flat.
I think that part of that, I think to piggyback off that, was on the O-line struggles in the first half particularly. Because it was clear that, I don't know if it was just because guys were first game jitters, they don't know their assignments perfectly, but there was 2 plays I can think of in particular where the rush got home to Prabula. One time he got sacked, and one time he had to throw it away.
One time it was a completely unmarked guy. I think he tried to pass
but
him off.
It was Caden Green, who's supposed to be like insane tackle this year for us. But he just, it looked just like a miscommunication of assignment where he just let the guy go and tried to chip inside instead.
Yeah.
And really, like, that's the kind of stuff that scares you against a team like this, because if you're struggling like that against a nobody team, then what's going to happen next week against Kansas, and then what you get in SEC play?
Yeah. With the nobody team part, they literally had a guy named Dude Person.
Legendary name.
Number 18 defensive back, Dude Person.
I think it's of note. That's the guy that took out Sam Horn.
Like, Dude Person. When we say nobody team, that's his name. Like, we're not just making fun of him. That is his name.
With that said, Dude Person would probably beat our asses. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And that's probably the second greatest name in college football history behind General Booty. But that's a conversation for a different
we can
day.
do top names sometime else.
Hey. But, yeah. And then, well, I guess it would be you, actually. Did you have another takeaway from the game? I said flat first half.
Did you have... honestly, the O-line stuff was my takeaway. And honestly, like, to be a little more positive, the second half was a lot better.
I would agree.
Like, I think it improved, but it wasn't like Drink or the O-line coach. They didn't switch up anything on the offensive line pretty much all game until, I don't know, I assume they might have switched some stuff out like late in the fourth quarter. Yeah. But it was clearly an improvement, especially in the run game. Like, the holes were wide open for Hardy in that second half.
I mean, shout out Ahmad Hardy, transfer, student sophomore, true sophomore, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 100 yards. That's impressive.
10 touches?
It's 10
it's
yards.
a very beautiful stat line. 10 for 100 and a touchdown?
Absolutely. I think that's efficiency. 10 yards a carry, that's a first down every time. And that's just what I can appreciate. But finally, steering a little bit away from the game, I do appreciate the atmosphere at Faroe Field. Despite us not having the best seat, and by us, I mean more me and my friends, you were in your little press box because you all bougie or whatever.
Okay.
Like, the student section being completely full was something great to see an hour before kickoff. I think that was something that really added to it. You can tell they were amped up. The MIZZOUs were flowing. Mr. Brightside always gets the crowd going. It really just was a cool atmosphere to be around. The tailgating was great. I know that the construction is going on, and I thought that might bring it down a little bit. Maybe I wasn't as hyped as I could have been by now. Next week, like, I'm ready to explode. Like, I'm getting there when gates open, maybe even body paint. Like, we gonna see, and I'm really excited for Kansas, especially with the new lights. I mean, we got fireworks now after every touchdown. I can just appreciate it.
No, yeah, it's an exciting thing, and like from my perspective, like obviously it's very exciting in the student section, and that's where it's like the place to be for Mizzou football. But like seeing everything from up above, it's really crazy to see like from 2 hours before the game to like see like the first people coming to the stadium, and then like 30 minutes before kickoff, whole stadium is just filled.
Yeah.
And that's sellout game in your home opener against Central Arkansas
with Dude Person.
Like, that's just an insane start to the year. And credits to, like, Drink and, like, the whole staff for promoting just the team so hard, because, like, it really does mean something to, like, Columbia people and all the students and alumni that go to Mizzou.
Absolutely.
Like, football is such an important thing.
Yeah. I mean, we are in the SEC technically. We're borderline South. You know, I don't really know. I mean, I come from Chicago. We ain't South, but, you know, it is something cool to just be an SEC school to really experience, because, I mean, the Chicago team is Northwestern, and they're not great most years. I mean, you know, that one year was cool when they played Ohio State, and they had a good first half. Didn't end so well. So, yeah. But I guess going into Northwestern and other schools, shout out my man B-Man behind the camera. We're going to do a segment that we like to call Just Pick 'em. Right now, college football is the big sport going on. So we're going to give you our picks, hopefully keep track of records, see how well we do.
Yeah, have a little competition. Me and Tristan, we love to compete. So any chance we can get to kind of go one-on-one with each other, we're going to take it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Bannock, when you're ready, list them.
All right, starts off, we got North Alabama at Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky.
I feel like North Alabama's due. They had a bad.
They're due?
They're due.
Is that right?
They had a bad year last year. 3-10. It's not great.
3-10, and your reasoning is that they're due.
They're due. I think
I respect that honestly. I love a good due.
There are a lot of hungry players on North Alabama. I don't know. I mean,
they're hungry. They're hungry down there in the north. The north south.
They gotta eat. Someone's gotta feed them every once in a while.
I mean, Western Kentucky coming off an 8-6 season.
Yeah,
like you can't deny that.
That's a little better.
You got Bailey Zappi, Austin Reed coming out of there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you who their quarterback is right now.
Yeah.
But they got a good track record.
Yeah, North Alabama just a ton of hungry Alabamians, let me tell you. Alabamians. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
I think we've talked too much about these two teams.
Absolutely. Next.
All right, next we got Syracuse going down to Tennessee to play the 24th ranked Volunteers.
I got to go Tennessee.
Look, I'm going Syracuse. And
okay.
I say this because Syracuse's football coach, he gives the proper energy. Fran Brown, he literally says, winners deserve soap. He does not shower unless they win. That is one of the greatest and worst quotes I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
And when, they played well enough last year to get ranked. They were ranked at a point. I think Tennessee has too much drama going on. They lost their quarterback. His fault, not theirs.
Yeah. I'm
going Syracuse.
No, I respect it. Like, I think it is like a toss-up game, especially with Nico leaving. And I honestly couldn't tell you much about Joey Aguilar. Like, he's had a lot of college experience, but at the same time, like, not at this level.
Yeah.
So, like, it's hard to say if he's ready, but Josh Heupel has a good track record of making average QBs turn into great. Like, Drew Lock at Mizzou, college legend. Now,
unfortunately, not that great in the NFL.
Didn't really pan out. I think maybe he didn't get the best chances with Denver, but at the end of the day, like, he just didn't pan out. Like, he's a bust at the end of the day.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, next we got TCU at North Carolina.
It's exciting. It's Belichick's debut. It feels like a really long offseason, so it feels like he's been in the NCAA for much longer than he has. He hasn't even coached the game yet, but, all the topics are about his... Isn't his girlfriend 24, 34? Something crazy like that.
Aren't they? They're not having a kid. They're like recently
engaged.
Filed for like
something.
They like trademarked the term gold digger, which is crazy because like that's basically him saying that like he knows what's going on in their relationship. But back to football.
She's 24.
24.
Thank you, B-Man.
Yeah, thank you, B-Man. All right. I feel like...
Wait, who are you picking? That's what I want to know.
North Carolina.
I'm also riding with them.
Yeah.
I got to rock with Bill. Like, at the end of the day...
He's one of the greatest coaches
He's a great coach.
Not a great GM, but a good coach.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we got Virginia Tech at the 13th ranked Gamecocks of South Carolina.
See, if this was a home game, I might pick Virginia Tech just because Enter Sandman atmosphere at Lane Stadium is amazing. Opening week, everybody's there. They haven't been great the last couple of years. It's been a while since they've had a good team, I would say, like a good team. So I'm going to have to take South Carolina. I know that they're our Columbia rivals, and they beat us in a heartbreaker last year.
That's going to be a good game this year. I think even better.
Side note, that's played at a neutral site in Atlanta.
Oh.
Does that change things for you?
No. I'm still taking
That's still like a lot closer for South Carolina.
I'm still taking the Cox. Go Cox. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with South Carolina too. Like Norris Sellers, I'm just gonna be honest. Like that's my like early dark horse Heisman candidate right there.
Really?
Like I think he has a good shot at doing that with his rushing ability and like the deep ball is just insane. Like it's Anthony Richardson, but he can hit his man.
Yeah.
And I think with Dylan Stewart coming off the edge, he's only gonna be better this year.
Mm-hmm.
I just like it's a scary team to think about when you have to game plan for.
Absolutely.
All right, next we got Montana State going to Eugene to play the 7th ranked Ducks.
Well,
are we giving them a shot?
No, I think Eugene's gonna be bumping. I can't remember the name of the stadium right now. I don't want to say it wrong because it's
Oregon.
Montana State did finish second in the FCS last year.
I think you can give them a shot because North Dakota State was kind of the same way. They've played a couple of FBS schools.
Okay.
But I think Oregon ultimately pulls it out. I think it'll be closer than maybe what it says.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Oregon is just too talented at the end of the day. At
I
all
agree.
positions.
Like you'd like to see an upset there. It's fun, but like there's not much else to say. Like it's Oregon over on Montana State all day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Up next, we got Utah at UCLA.
This is going to be a good one, I feel like. What are your thoughts?
Utah is surprisingly solid year in and year out, I feel like. Nobody ever gives them credit until there they are, 7-1, 8 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take Utah. I
Really?
couldn't tell you why. I just have a vibe with Utah. That's really what I feel.
Sometimes that's just how you feel. I mean, but you got to mention Nico. Like,
We did.
he's
talk
the
about
quarterback there now, so
it. But what's the skill positions around him?
I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
But UCLA, like, they're a running back school. So, like, I'm confident in their ability to have an insane run game with Nico behind center. And they're gonna have a really creative playbook this year.
We are basing it off of Nico, who didn't play all that well against Ohio State in the college football playoff.
So you're judging him off of
UCLA
game in the college football playoffs.
UCLA is also not known for, at least not recently, for developing great quarterbacks. What Dorian to DTR.
DTR? He was a good
Josh
college
Rosen.
quarterback. Those are good college quarterbacks. What are you talking about?
NFL translation, not great.
That's not what we're talking about.
That's
At
what
this level.
okay, at this
I
level.
feel like if we're going off like we're picking who's going to win this game.
Utah.
You said that. I'm picking UCLA because at the
Utah.
college level,
Utah.
Nico is a very good quarterback.
Utah.
Be
Shout
man.
out the Mormons.
Be man.
Shout out Mormons.
I think UCLA's gonna take it.
Thank you for your input.
All right. Next, we got 8 Bama taking on the Seminoles.
I think Florida State has something to prove this year just because of they came in ranked last year. With that being said, I'm taking Bama. I just think Florida State's going to be better this year.
I think like you can definitely give Florida State a shot because you're not sure about Bama's quarterback situation.
Did you
Like-
say they're in Tuscaloosa or they're in Tallahassee?
Tallahassee.
Like it's going to be a close. I am also picking Alabama,
I think it's going to be close.
but I do think it will be a good game.
I think Florida's hungry. Norvelli can get a team riled up.
Yeah.
Though he has lost some big recruits. And that's my one knock on him as a coach. Like, he lost Hunter, Travis.
Mm-hmm.
He lost somebody else. Somebody flipped. It was another 5-star. I was there for a while, and then he flipped. I can't remember his name. But that's my one knock on him is he can't seem to keep the recruits there. But I think he's still a good coach. So I think he makes it close. I think he gets his team prepared. I think Florida State has the physicality and the athletes to compete with Alabama. And that's really what it is at the end of the day, to compete with a team like Bama. Do you have the athletes to compete with them? You can be as good as them, but are you as athletic, as physical, as strong as they are? I think Florida State has the capabilities to compete, but I'll still take Bama.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we got 6th ranked Notre Dame going down to Miami to take on the 10th ranked Hurricanes.
I like this game. I like this game a lot.
I do too. I think I got to give it to Notre Dame though. I think just with their defense in recent years, I like them just shutting down Miami. It feels like Miami's always talked about so highly in the preseason every year.
Yep.
And like rightfully so. They get good recruits.
Yep.
They have decent coaching, but they just always fall flat. I just can't trust Miami to ever be good, especially at the start of the season. Like this feels like a game where Notre Dame honestly comes out and like makes a statement and blows them out by at least like double digits.
I agree with you. I think Notre Dame is hungry. I think they placed second last year, obviously. Losing a championship, there's no feeling like it, especially when it's the same coach. He knows what it takes to get there now. So I think Marcus Freeman has his boys ready on game day.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we got 9th ranked LSU going to Death Valley to take on 4th ranked Clemson. Side note on this game, Clemson has not won an opener since 2022. LSU hasn't won an opener since 2019.
Thank you for that.
Which Death Valley are they in?
Clemson's Death Valley.
Oh, okay.
Whoever wins this gets the real Death Valley.
That's true.
I go Clemson. I think
Really?
Dabo and Klubnik, they're gonna, I think they show that they're real this year. Dabo's big on building it inside. He doesn't like taking transfer portal people. Not saying that he doesn't, but he doesn't like building off of them. So I think Clemson shows. I think Brian Kelly's extremely overrated, and as time has gone on, he's become more and more unlikable. And I'm taking Clemson.
That was going to be my thing. Like, I do not like Brian Kelly as a coach, and it seems like as a person, he's not much better.
Mm-mm.
But at the end of the day, I do like Garrett Nussmeier a lot at quarterback. Like, he's another guy that has potential to be like the first quarterback taken off the board next year. I think I'd like him more than Klubnik, and I think that the guys that Nussmeier has around him are just better. Like LSU, wide receiver U. I am going LSU all day.
Two things. One, rest in peace, Kyron Lacey. Second, I say Klubnik. This might come back to bite me in the butt. Klubnik's my Heisman pick this year.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
All right, for our number one game of the week, we got Arch Manning and the number one ranked Longhorns going to Ohio State to take on the third ranked Buckeyes and Julian Sain.
Do you mind if I take this one first?
Start it off, baby.
First of all, shout out Omi. My grandmother works at UT, so shout out, horns up. I met the associate AD down there. I met the AD's wife down there. I met the head of the journalism committee down there.
You were set up down. Why aren't you there right now?
I got people at UT. This is the first time they're number one in the AP poll. I don't know if it's well deserved, but they got a good enough team to be there. I'm going UT in the shoe. They got it. My thing is though, and I saw this on ESPN. I don't know how you're the number one ranked team and you're an underdog, but
are they not favored?
No,
really, I didn't know that.
they're in the shoe. Huh. So, I guess it makes sense. Reigning champion at home.
There's pressure for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. But I don't know how Arch is your Heisman favorite, and he hasn't played that many games. And then again, who he has played hasn't been great.
Colorado State. Not great.
UL on Monroe. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, he's still putting up numbers against those teams. Like, honestly, his game is not that flawed right now.
So I'm taking UT in a sizable win because
a sizable win? What do you mean by that?
Ohio State lost 14 starters.
Yeah.
I think Texas wins by double digits in the horseshoe.
Okay. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.
That's like one of the only times I'll say this, but I like them. I like them over Ohio State so much. Starts with Arch Manning, but then their running back rotation. Contravion Wisner. He was a dog last year. Texas running backs have been on a tear recently. And C.J. Baxter, his running mate in the backfield, is also insane. He's like thunder and lightning, those two. Baxter is so shifty. And I think that they're going to run all over them, and we will see Arch scrambling out of the pocket like crazy on them. And I think it'll be a high-scoring affair, to be honest with you. Like, it's going to be a really fun game to watch.
I don't know if Ohio State has the size on the D-line to put any pressure on Arch. Texas's O-line is huge. That was a big point of contention. Like, when they talked about it last year, they were big. Like, they're big, they're beefy, they're athletic. I don't know what they feed them Texas boys, but I agree with your take, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
And I don't know if Ohio State, despite how good they are and how good they can be, I think Ryan Day can also choke when it comes to big games. He's lost 4 in a row to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's another reason why I would take Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you got anything else.
Not really. Yeah, we're both Texas boys today.
I guess so. Yeah. But to kind of switch gears a little bit, going to other sports, speaking of Texas. Now, there's not a lot of other stuff going on right now, but I'm a bigger baseball guy than you, so I guess I'll take over a little bit from here. We're getting into the nitty-gritty, folks. We're going almost into September here, being in the state of Missouri. We could talk a little bit about the Royals, a little bit who I am currently covering, so I have a little bit more in depth on them. And B-Man in the back's a pretty big Royals guy himself. You can talk about the little bit of a playoff push that they're making. They were under 500 until early August, and now here they are over 500 in a spot of contention. Looking at the standings here, they're 8.5 back. I don't think they're going to catch Detroit, but in the wild card, they're currently the first team back at 3 games. And I'm a fan. Witt hasn't maybe put up the same numbers as he's capable of doing, but then again, you can't expect that every year. You have more of a profile. You're 25 now. You're not this young guy. Pitchers know who they're pitching to. Salvi, depending on the year, is when he decides to be good or not. But then again, there's consistency there. You know, but to stick in that wild card, you got Boston, New York, and Seattle at the top. New York is kind of falling apart here. Volpe has a league-leading 18 errors. I don't understand how that's possible out of a guy that your own manager has called the next Jeter and calls elite. Jeter has his 3,000 hit. Maybe one of the most overrated defensive players of all time, but that's another story for another day. Boston, I'm a big fan of. I mean, just real gritty. They traded away their best player, arguably, and have gotten better, while the Giants have gotten worse. And I think that says something about his character and his play. And then lastly, I mean, you go Seattle. I don't know if y'all could peep that, but I got a Griffey shirt on today. You know, my dad lives out there, so I've been to a few games myself. My favorite player does play on Seattle. I'm a big Julio Rodriguez guy. First player in MLB history to go 20-20 in 4 straight years. So, I mean, big fan there. I think they really have the team, even though they're last in the wild card standings. They have the last wild card spot. I think they're a team that can really surprise people in a series. They have a really good pitching staff. They're completely healthy for the first time all year. They have a top 3 center fielder in the game, in my opinion. They have the best catcher in the league. I mean, there's not a whole lot that they can do wrong. They have a great power-hitting third baseman. Randy's had a good bounce-back year, Rosarena, if you don't know. So, I'm not sure if you know who Randy or
I don't know who that is, no.
I mean, real high energy guy. Let me tell you.
Is he gritty?
Not gritty, but
No.
high energy. No, he's too Cuban for that. But yeah, switching over to the NL. Obviously, Cubs fan from Chicago. The Sox suck. We don't really claim them, but it is what it is. The Cubs, you know, they've been one of the best teams in the league this year. It's been a good surprise. PCA's been a nice, pleasant surprise. I don't think people expected him to come around so quickly. He's had his struggles in the second half. He swings at everything. So we knew the decline was coming at some point. I mean, his first half and second half splits are so drastically different. I mean, PCA, he's first half, he was 25-25 already. He only has 28 homers and I think has stolen maybe 3 or 4 more bases since the second half has started. So unfortunately, the fall off has been pretty sharp. Tucker, he's had a good road trip, or has had a good road trip, but his second half has also declined pretty heavy. I mean, the pitching staff has actually been a nice surprise this year. I got to give that to them. They've won a lot more games than expected. Their starting ERA is 8th in the MLB. So that's something that I think you got to give them a lot of credit for. San Diego, another really good team. Great bullpen. They only got better for trading for Mason Miller. Though they traded away the best prospect in baseball for him, for a guy who I think is on the last year of his contract. I'm unsure of that. But I don't know if I would have made that move. And lastly, in the last wild card spot is New York, the Mets. Good team. I expected them to be better. They retained a lot of talent and got better defensively with Harrison Bader. So I think I'm kind of surprised at their struggles. They've gotten cold at a couple points in time. I mean, there was a point in time where they had the worst stretch in baseball. I think they went 1-11 over a period of time, and that's not what you expect out of a team of that caliber. To go to division leaders out of the AL, Toronto, Detroit, Houston. Houston's only up 2 games on Seattle. I think Seattle catches Houston. I just don't think I don't think Houston's going to be big enough down the stretch, or consistent enough down the stretch to make it. Nobody's catching Detroit. I just don't think the AL Central's good enough. Detroit has too good of a staff. Pitching-wise, their offense hasn't been great, and they've struggled a lot more in the second half. But unfortunately for them, the AL Central is really weak. In the East, the Blue Jays, another pleasant surprise. They were fighting 500 for the first 3-4 months of the year. Vladdy's had another solid year in and year out. Bo, I think, leads the league in hits this year. Despite him, I think he made Vladdy hurt himself. Vladdy hit a little split one time because of a short throw. So hopefully they don't take each other out. Moving over to the NL, you got Philly, Milwaukee, and the Dodgers. Dodgers are only up 2 games, and that's going to be a battle to the end. San Diego won the series, so LA has to stay consistent, but LA always deals with injuries for some reason. That's just how they roll. Milwaukee pisses me off. I hate Wisconsin. I hate Milwaukee. But they're just really good every single year. It's amazing how they're able to do it with one of the lowest payrolls in baseball, but they do it every year. and you got to give Dan Miller some credit for that. And Philly, I don't think they get caught. I think New York is just too far behind, and Philly's just going to be too consistent down the stretch. They have an MVP candidate in Kyle Schwarber. They've had former MVPs in Bryce Harper. You know, they have Trey Turner, who's had a good year. JT Realmuto's a so-so player. He's having a little bit of a down year. He's getting older, but he's still a great catcher. Alec Boehm does his job day in, day out. Nick Castellanos is a solid player. So I just think that they are... Philly's my favorite to win the World Series this year, actually. I'm going to give it to Philly.
The Phillies?
Philly. I think to go in and play Philly in that atmosphere is just going to be really hard in October. As much as I am a Cubs fan, I think they make it this year, which would be great. It'll be a lot of fun to see them there again. I just don't like their chances in the series against other teams at this point in time. And I guess that's my little rundown on baseball. I think you had something you want to talk about.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, get into it.
Okay. All right.
Can you? Let's go.
All right, we had some technical difficulties. We ain't got no studio, we ain't got no budget. We just got B-Man behind the camera. But you were saying about tennis.
U.S. Open's going on, guys. I don't know if anyone really cares about tennis, but I do. So we're going to talk briefly about the U.S. Open. We're in round 2 right now. I don't watch doubles, just being transparent with everyone here. But I'm big on singles.
You think we can win a doubles game?
No.
Okay.
Against who?
Bannock and Ian.
Bannock and Ian? Yes.
Absolutely.
That was nice.
Absolutely. Keep going.
Okay, yeah. I think it starts with Taylor Townsend and what's her face?
Yeah, other one.
Jelena Ostapenko. She was ranked number 25. Taylor Townsend, big gals, by the way. These girls are big gals.
Oh boy.
Oh man, and they were getting into it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Where there's chub Colin grubs, am I right?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taylor Townsend, American, takes down Ostapenko.
From Latvia.
She's Latvian laser over here.
Shout out Nicholas.
Yeah. But really, the real story around that match was the comments that Ostapenko was making towards Townsend at the end of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it comes down to tennis etiquette at the end of the day. But Townsend hits a shot, ball hits the net, goes over. She doesn't say sorry, and Ostapenko is pissed after the match because of that. Pissed off for the rest of the match, really. Kind of starts playing worse after that point, honestly.
Mm-hmm. You're rattled.
Head case, honestly. Like, it happens too often in tennis, but, like, and I know you probably have your opinions on this, but it's just crazy that, like, she crashed out over something that small.
I agree. I think it's kind of, like, disgusting to call somebody not educated and to say what would happen to her if she wasn't in the U.S., especially considering the history of Black Americans. But then again, she's from Latvia, so you can't expect her to know. But I still think it's just kind of wrong to say at the end of the day. And also, like, it's not like that one point really decided the match. She got outplayed completely. I think she lost a straight set.
Like, well, she came out so strong, and then Townsend really, like, dialed in at that game. And we saw her at the end. She was very hype.
Yeah. Like,
she took everything that Ostapenko was doing to her, and she used that to fuel her fire for that match.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it gets me riled up.
Absolutely.
Like, that's fire. Seeing an American go off like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unranked, making a name for yourself.
Hey,
that's fire.
Dog.
And that was on Wednesday, but yesterday's match, Thursday, more women's. I'm just going to touch on the Americans because I watch a lot of Americans play tennis.
You're going to do what to the Americans?
I'm going to watch them.
You said you were going to touch on the Americans.
I'm going to touch some Americans. Specifically Coco Gauff and Amanda Anisimova. Doesn't sound very American to me, but she reps us, so we're rocking with her. And those two both won in 2 sets in their matches in the second round. Coco's looking real good. She's still only 21.
Despite the serve issues, you still think she has a shot?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you always got to give her a shot. She's still number 3 at the end of the day. And the fact that she's winning the way she is, like shutting them out 6-2 in the second set, like, that's insane. For your serve to be off and you're still winning like that, like, I think, like, you could feel bad about the serve or whatever. But if she's still playing that well with the serve being bad, like, you can really only go up. So I like that. And then for the men's side, really, I mean, I think it's really just Yannick Sinner's tournament to lose. He's number 1 right now, and he has not really been challenged this tournament yet.
No.
And Alcaraz is probably his main
He's buzzed.
He's buzzed.
He has no hair.
He doesn't look very good.
No.
He's never been the most attractive man.
No, but that makes him look worse.
This makes him look
worse. He
worse.
looks like a horse.
Apparently, his like barber messed him up. But like, how does your barber?
Is his barber or his brother?
I think it was his brother. But there's
yeah.
no way he. I mean, he might. He doesn't have like an insane haircut.
No, it's
But,
just a
but
comb
still,
over.
that doesn't matter.
No.
But yeah. So, and Ben Shelton earlier today, I believe.
Shout out my grandma. She says we're twins.
Nothing alike. But yeah, Ben Shelton out. So that eliminates one of America's options
You call my grandma a liar?
at winning. You just don't look like him. You got a better face than him.
Yes.
Yeah. Got you.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Jesus, dude.
Sorry. I'm still single.
Okay. And then
Sorry. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I can't. Okay, I'm gonna finish up with Tommy Paul in the men's division.
What? Wow. 2 first names.
Tommy Paul, yeah.
Never trust a man with 2 first names.
You know, like he has like a huge following on Instagram just because of how like handsome he is.
Is he handsome?
Here, I'll show him to you. You guys can't see this, but he's not a handsome individual.
I think he looks like your typical white guy named Tommy Paul.
Yeah, I don't know what it is really.
Yeah, looks like
But-
Dallas type.
But he won in 5 sets. His match. He's the 14th ranked in ATP right now. But I don't really like his odds personally, going to 5 sets already in the second round.
Mm.
That just wears you down at this rate, and I don't think he's going to be ready to go for round 3. But getting into our next topic, I believe you have a hot take.
I do. I would personally like to say that, and you're not going to hear me say this often, Jerry Jones was right in trading Micah. I think that the Packers got a good haul in return. Cowboys had a good haul in return. You know, they get 2 first-round picks. Granted, they might not be high first-round picks, but 2 first-round picks, which gives them 4 over the next 2 years, and they get a Pro Bowl defensive tackle when they've struggled against the run over the past couple of years. Notoriously, they've been a team that you can run all over. The Ravens were the first team to really expose the Cowboys for that last year, and it just was a continued threat against them throughout the year. I think the Packers, they're getting a great player in Micah. As a Bears fan, I may not be excited to see that defensive line, but I think with Kenny Clark gone, it allows you to run up the middle a little bit more in the NFC North now, and it's definitely it's a change. But I ultimately think that you don't know how Micah's going to pan out. He had injuries last year. He's dealing with a back injury now. He went to a back specialist in California before the trade even happened. We don't know how he's going to pan out in Green Bay. We know that Kenny Clark is an established player who has relatively been healthy, and you get 2 first-rounders. I think Dallas it's not as bad as a trade as people are going to say. I'm not going to say that they won the trade, but I think that he might have been right in trading Micah.
I agree with you most on that. I think it's a more even trade than a lot of people are letting on. I don't really agree with the part about like Micah not being like a for sure thing in Green Bay. Like he's gonna eat. Like he's asserted himself as a top edge rusher in the league, and it's not like he's not.
But he's also struggled against really good tackles, and it's shown. Like when he plays good teams, his numbers decrease heavy.
His stats are still gonna be insane. Like at the end of the day, he's still gonna be up there in deep boy talks. And it's not like he's going to be a non-factor. Like, the Packers clearly got better from this trade.
Don't say that.
They did.
Don't say that.
They definitely did.
Don't say that.
They had to.
I don't say that.
Do you think the Bears are now lower in your, like...
No.
Oh, really?
I think Minnesota finishes last. I don't know. I see some people saying that JJ is a better quarterback than Caleb. JJ's unproven, and I think Caleb gets way too much heat. I think people just see his numbers at eye level and don't really look beyond that. And I think that's why people think Caleb wasn't as good of a rookie as he was. For him, reports have come out that he had to watch film by himself and he had to teach himself this and teach himself that. Yes, he had his issues. Yes, he held on to the ball too long. But he was never as bad as people made him out to be. And so I truly believe that the Bears, they're capable. Their ceiling is winning the North. Their floor is definitely finishing last. But I think that they play second. And I think it's Detroit's division to win again. And I think Chicago finishes second. Because Green Bay finishes 1-5 in the North last year. Nobody talks about that. Why? Why does nobody talk? Because they won off a blocked field goal on a play which a penalty wasn't called. But that's a story for another day again. So they could have gone 0-6 against their own division. Nobody talks about
I like how this ended from the Micah Parsons trade to us talking about Bears football and where they're going to place in the division. That's great. I do agree mostly with your hot take, though. I like it.
Yeah, that Micah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, now, I guess to lighten it up, this goes out to our special viewers, Simon Oliver. Appreciate the shout out and the setup, low key. But top 5.
I think this is an important part to say that, like, this is sports lifestyle. Like, I know we've talked a lot of sports so far, but we talk about a lot of stuff. So we want to make it lighthearted and something that, like, anybody can watch. So that's why we're having segments like this.
Yeah.
Top 5s.
Yeah. Top 5. All right. So this week we want to do it random every week. So hopefully, if we build a following, y'all can tell us some other things. But this week is top 5 fruits. I feel like this is definitely interesting. Like, I personally I can mess up some fruit on the daily.
I'm big on fruit, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think some of this can get heated because, like, everyone has their preferences.
Do you want to go 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
Always go worst to best.
Okay.
And you can start it off.
You want me to start off at a 5?
Yeah.
All right. I gotta think here. Okay.
This is off the dome.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, I know what my 1. I probably know what my 2 is. You know what? Number 5. We're gonna start off strong and we're gonna go kiwi. Kiwis, they may not be everybody's first choice. I think that, 1, they're incredibly good for you. So that's for 1. But I think it's just a good taste. It's a solid snack. They're bite-sized. Once you cut them up, they're obviously better sliced. You can't,
Yeah.
But I don't think it can go any higher than 5, but I think they're good enough to be mentioned in the top 5. I really can't give you a good reason. That's just what I'm feeling at the moment. But I believe it's good enough to be a top 5 fruit.
Honestly, I think I've probably had a kiwi, like, twice in my life.
Underrated. Underappreciated.
You know what's? I only like kiwi because of kiwi strawberry flavored things. But, like, kiwi on its own just doesn't seem good enough to me.
That's a top 5 fruit to me.
Okay. My number 5 is going to cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
I think that's because of cantaloupe ceiling.
Okay.
If you know, like, a ripe cantaloupe,
Mm.
that is a top tier feeling when you get a ripe cantaloupe.
Do you like honeydew?
No, honeydew is, like, never good to me. Like, I've never had a good honeydew. Cantaloupe is so different than honeydew too.
I
like,
agree, but they don't.
Because I'm a big sweet guy, and
Okay.
cantaloupe when it's like ripe, super sweet, and I like the wetness that it does to my mouth. So that's why it's in my top 5.
Put that on a T-shirt, B man. You like the wetness that you feel in your
B-Man's
mouth.
back there locked in.
Put that on a T-shirt. You heard that? Likes the wetness that it gives him in his mouth.
Can you give your number 4?
No, we're gonna stay on that for a second. Okay, number 4. All right. Number 4. Honestly, after firm thought, I think I'm just go watermelon. I think watermelon. I say younger me would have put it a lot higher, and that's just the truth. But as I've gotten older, I've realized, 1, it really, unless you get a good one, it really just tastes like water. Like, that's the whole point. Obviously, watermelon. But I say watermelon is still a top 5 fruit. It's great to have on a summer day.
Do you think you could beat me in a watermelon eating contest?
Yes, because of genetics.
Can't argue with that. My number 4 has to be banana. I think it's because of the versatility.
Absolutely not.
Versatility.
I
know you don't respect versatility because
bananas.
you're a one-dimensional person.
Absolutely not.
You're a one-dimensional
I
person.
love
Don't take my armrest. Yeah, that's right.
Bananas are nasty.
Can you let me do my thing? Okay, it's my number 4. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Bananas are versatile.
In
You
what
ever
way?
had a peanut butter banana sandwich?
No, because bananas
Try
are
it,
nasty.
Try it.
Make it.
Or just by itself. Like, there's a good feeling in just peeling a banana open
Why are you telling me that?
and then eating said banana.
Can you
like-
demonstrate how to eat a banana?
No, but you can't eat a banana in a good way, really. And also, you ever slice up like a banana and put it in the Frosted Flakes?
No.
That's good too.
I don't
You haven't
like
tried a lot of
bananas.
stuff. You're not experimenting enough with fruit, I feel like.
Bananas are nasty. That's the start.
Is it like
It's mush. It's just. It's more of a.
Are you
texture
waiting?
thing.
You have to let them get yellow.
I haven't had a banana since I was like 6. Might be why I cramp a lot, but
Why are you being so hateful towards bananas when you haven't had one since you were 6?
because stereotypes.
Do Puerto Ricans not like bananas?
I think they do.
Then what are you talking about?
I'm talking about because I'm African. Everybody thinks I like bananas.
Oh, I get it.
Aren't you a real smart guy?
Can you share your number 3?
Number 3 might be low key, like maybe not a lot of people have had them, and people may not agree with me. I personally love it. Passion fruit.
I've never had it, so I can't comment much.
Passion fruit. I had a fresh one in Puerto Rico straight from a tree. I had one chopped up when I was in Tanzania. Shout out. It was, and I love passion fruit juice. It's so versatile. Passion fruit juice is really sweet. It's a big Puerto Rican thing. We call it parcha. It's delicious. But the actual fruit is sour, but there's still a sweetness to it. And it's really, really good.
It's sweet and sour?
Yeah, but in a fruit. And it's delicious. And I love it. It's top 3 fruit for me.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Thank you, sir.
I'm fine with that.
Please, what's your third?
I feel like I know my top 2, but
Yeah.
this number 3 slot is tough. I feel like you'll agree with me here, though. I got grapes.
Okay.
Specifically, like the cotton candy grapes. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what cotton candy grape is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like those are like a late night snack for me. Like, if like I don't want to like pig out or anything, I'll just go down, open up a bag of grapes, and chow down.
I'm not mad at it.
They're just solid.
Red or green?
Red. They're both good, but I'm a red guy. I think those are the... Yeah, I'm a red guy.
Okay. My number 2. Green grapes from the fridge. So it's a crisp.
Well, yeah, I always put my...
Nice crisp crunch. Some people like them room temperature. I like them better from the fridge. I think the fridge does them a lot better. And they're filling on top of it. Like, you can get full.
A little bit.
Eating some grapes. So, yeah. I would say number 2, green grapes from the fridge. I don't think you have an argument. So...
I don't. I like grapes.
I'm done talking. What's your number 2?
Thank you. Oh yeah, I have this down. Yeah, pineapple is gonna be my number 2.
Oh, I forgot about pineapple. Pineapple's
Too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, pineapple is very good to me. Like, I know like pineapple can be bad, but even when it's bad, like it's still up there for me. But like, just because of pineapple, how good it is, like at its best,
That's my mom's
like it
favorite
gets
fruit.
in there.
Shout out my mom.
And then pineapple juice and anything,
Pineapple juice
that
is
is
solid.
so fire.
It's a solid.
And then my favorite flavor of Fanta is pineapple. So like, pineapple for me, you just can't go wrong.
Okay. All right. Number 1. You want? What? I mean, you still want me to go first for number 1?
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of people agree with me. Blueberries. Blueberries.
Dude, that's my number 1.
Dude.
That's my number 1.
Dude.
Come on.
Dude.
Come on.
Blueberries are straight gas. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro. Oh my gosh. Sorry, we're getting weird looks from behind the camera, y'all. But
should
like,
we finish this?
Yeah.
Should we finish like this?
This one I'm
The
talking
rest of
about
the
right
podcast?
here. No. That's sorry.
fault.
No, we got blueberries. It's a great.
It's amazing.
I can chow down on like the little case of blueberries. Give me like 5-10 minutes. They're
Oh
done.
yeah.
Yeah.
You ever put like some blueberries in some like yogurt and then drizzle some honey on it or something?
Yes, or like
very good.
or like blueberries and like oatmeal. That's what I like to do that sometimes.
I'm not a big oatmeal guy. Like, it's good, but that would be really good.
Yeah.
Like,
oatmeal,
blueberries in anything is
blueberries is just
very
good. Blueberry flavored things are solid. They may not be the best fruit flavored thing, but they're good.
No, but they're such a high floor.
Yeah, I feel like in my top 10, if I were to go, I definitely forgot about apples. I feel like a good apple can be up there. Like a good apple is a good apple.
Apple is a lot.
Pineapples along, I forgot about that. I say, no, I'm not huge on oranges. I like plums.
Honestly, there's not a lot of bad fruits out there.
No, except for bananas.
That was rude. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I think that was a pretty successful top 5 though.
Overall.
That was fun.
Bannock, from the list you heard, who had a better top 5?
You.
Are you also on the banana hate train?
Yeah, I don't love bananas. I think the blueberries as the number 1 is kind of a weird pick.
What's your number 1?
Well, that's why you're over there.
Number 1?
Yeah, what's number 1?
Take like a peach.
That's terrible.
It's not bad.
No,
It's kind of weird.
That's not a good number
Fresh
1.
peach?
No, fresh blueberries. All right. Now, this one was something that we talked about in the Mort Shack.
Mm-hmm.
And we fell in love with it. B-Man helped come up with the idea. He gave us some great names in the back, so maybe if he wants to chip in for this one. We're going back to sports, flipping gears. We're doing a segment, hopefully it's original. I don't really know. Dog of the week, real grit. Now, this is a guy that's typically, or a woman. It can be both. Okay. It can be both. Like Courtney Williams, she'll definitely be my pick one week. But it can't be a guy that's too good, that's reached the stardom. They do all the little things right.
The Stardome?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
They do all the little things right, and they really give it their all every time on the court. I'm talking on a basketball court. It's nose diving after every ball. Football field, fighting for the extra yards even when they're not exactly there. You know, it's doing the little things right. And actually, I think I want to see you go first on this one.
Me?
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared, but I am going back to tennis for this one. I've got the American Jensen Brooksby.
Now, I'm not very educated on this man, so you will have to explain your reasoning why.
Basically, so he was number 92 in ATP coming to this. I got to preface this. He did not win his match in the second round, but he took it to five sets against his dude, Flavio Cobolli. He's ranked in the top 25 at ATP, and they took it to 5 sets. So, like, that's insane for the starters. And, like, dude's young. He's 24, and he's only ever won one title in his career. So, like, this guy came out of nowhere pretty much. Like, he shouldn't have had a shot in this match. But he won the first set, then tanked 2, came back, won the fourth, like, dominating.
Yeah.
But then he took the fifth set into a tiebreaker and lost 10-3.
And the guy he played against was ranked higher than him.
Yeah, he's in the top 25. So let's do some math here.
It's like a 70
That's
difference.
70 rank difference, and
that means that they
that's like American pride right there. That's underdog. That's like Rocky.
Absolutely.
Flavio was
like Rocky.
Flavio was Italian, so I think Rocky was Italian. But
Rocky was indeed Italian.
But, so that's not a good.
Yeah, you can't shut up.
A translation.
You can't.
No, I'm saying Jensen would have been Rocky.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Of course. Yeah.
Like.
All right.
But yeah, I'd love to hear yours.
I know we talked about some good names, and hopefully these names get to come up if we get to do this more often. But I say Chicago Cubs third baseman Matt Shaw is my dog of the week. And I say this, first half was not great for him. He batted like 180, only hit 2 homers, whatever else. Now, while he may now only be batting like 230, that's like a 50-60 point jump that he's had in the second half alone. He's hit 9 or 10 home runs since the All-Star break, which is the most on the Cubs on a team that has All-Stars like PCA, Kyle Tucker. Seiya Suzuki should have been an All-Star, but that's, again, different topic. So, Matt Shaw, I say that because watch the game against the Milwaukee Brewers on the 19th, second game of the doubleheader. Watch him leg out this triple. Everything in his body looks like he's going to tear it. Slides in, perfectly safe, gets them an extra run, scores on the next pitch. That's the guy that does the little things right. Plays third baseman for the first time in his professional career. Is second in defensive runs saved in baseball. He's one of the best defensive third basemen in baseball without playing third base in college every day. That, to me, is a guy who does the little things right. He's gritty. He may be white, but he's gritty, and he does all the little things correct. And that, to me, is my dog of the week.
Shout out Matt Shaw.
Shout out Matt Shaw. Shout out my Terrapins. Yeah.
All right.
All right. I feel like this one you could take.
I got this.
You're a bit more of a fantasy head.
I'm a bit into the gambling, the fantasy world, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to give you some of our thoughts from our own fantasy drafts, and maybe give you some sleeper insight to what you guys could look out for your drafts. So, first of all, do you want to go through some of your favorite draft picks from your drafts?
Sure. To my computer, my best pick was David Njoku. And this is a guy, I feel like he's very overlooked. He's been a good tight end in his career. He's never been amazing. He's had a couple of good seasons. But he's a guy who I think is definitely going to be a safety blanket because I don't think Flacco is going to be a starter for very long in Cleveland, especially if Shador... I think Shador beats Dillon out at some point. And I think that Shador will eventually be starting. He's going to be a safety blanket. Your big tight end. So the computer said Njoku is my best pick. So I say Njoku will probably be in there. I got Burrow as like the 4th or 5th quarterback that was taken. And I was surprised he fell down so far. So I like Burrow. And, I got DJ and Luther. I know those are my guys, but I think they're great flex pieces. Especially DJ, he's probably going to be taking some running back reps this year. He's built like a running back out of I guess he plays primarily slot, but he can play an outside too. But I think Luther's going to take up most of that slot spot. And I would say those are probably my best picks. I'm not incredibly happy with my running backs. I'm not mad at them, but I would say Jettas was my first pick. So
That's
You can't.
that's same for me actually. I had Jettis at the 1-8 quarterback heavy league though, so he fell a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I think my defense is the Bears defense, who I think is gonna. They're not. Dennis Allen's a great defensive coach. I think they'll be good. I don't think they'll be great.
You know, I don't really like doing the defenses in fantasy that much. I'm in my leagues now. I do like the defensive players.
Yeah.
That's some fun stuff because that takes a little bit more like research. I feel like because at some point you just start like flipping through defenses week to week, which is fine, but it's kind of just doesn't factor in at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But some of my favorite picks, I'm gonna start with my bench guys because those are the guys that you don't expect to really do much. But my favorite guy on my team is Khalil Shakir.
Okay.
He was a depth wide receiver piece for me that really, he won't start week 1 for me, but wide receiver 37 last year. I think he has potential to be a top 20 wide receiver this year. I think he's poised to be the number 1 guy still. I don't see Keon taking over him. The only real addition to that room was Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
And he's solid, but he's not going to eat into Khalil's time.
No.
And I think honestly, they'll pass it even more this season. Because I'm not moved by James Cook, and I don't think they are either. There's been some controversy this offseason, and it sounds like both sides aren't willing to work out that contract. So if there's some sort of holdout there, I think big season for Shakir. And some of my other favorite picks are DK Metcalf. I'm riding him to the moon. Oh my goodness. He is going to be...
B-Man, put that on a t-shirt. I'm going to ride him to the moon.
He is going to be insane this year, though. I've seen so many clips of him and Rodgers in practice just hooking up.
I hope Rodgers has a terrible season, personally.
I don't care what you say.
Okay.
Because he has no one in that room. I'm looking at Calvin Austin and Roman Wilson. Those is his competition.
Freiermuth.
Yeah, I love him. He's good tight end, right? But do you really think Freiermuth's going to eat up into DK's touches that much? I'm projecting at least 10 targets a game for DK. And I think he could end up being top 10 wide receiver. And I got him in the 8th round. So that's just quality pick right there by me, I think.
I would agree with you.
And if you're in a really deep league, because I play in a just deep league, I took Diami Brown as my last pick, and I thought that was ball knowledge right there. We'll see how that goes. But I think depending on how Travis Hunter gets used, Brown could be heavily used as that wide receiver too. And even if not, I think he'll probably be one of the best wide receiver 3s in the league this year. So yeah, those are my guys.
I'm not mad at it. I'm definitely happy with it. Yeah, you're in a much more in-depth league than I am. I just play with my family, and my dad seems to always win. He must know something that I don't. He loves drafting McCaffrey. That's his guy.
McCaffrey?
That's his guy.
It's kind of not the move recently though.
No, he always gets hurt.
He bites. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. I'll say that. But
at his peak, obviously he's a fun guy. He's pretty gritty, I'd say.
Real good.
But he's too good.
He's too good to be a dog.
He's too good. He's not a dog.
Yeah. Well,
he's something else. He's a stardom.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we got one more thing.
One more little fun thing for you guys.
Yeah, for our many fans across the world. Many fans. Yeah. All right. So we decided that we thought it would be good to stay away from sports for one more time. We're gonna do song of the week. Now, we'll make Bannock go first on this one because that's what I decided. Bannock, what song you listening to?
Bannock, Off the Dome.
Off the Dome.
Trampled Underfoot by Led Zeppelin on the album Physical Graffiti.
Jesus.
Wow.
He was ready.
Yeah, he's 65.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know that one.
No, I don't know it either. No.
But I'm assuming it's Heat, Bannock.
Thank you.
Shout out B-Man. Shout out B-Man. All right, Mr. Simmons.
I'm going with Love Fool by the Cardigans. I've been listening to that a lot right now. I don't know if you know what that is, Tristan.
Nope, no idea.
You don't know that?
No.
Love me, love me.
I do know that
Say that you love me.
I do know that one.
That's a good one. It's a good car ride song.
Ah.
You can just jam.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm not mad at it.
take us home, Tristan.
Take you home. Yeah. All right. Well, if you know me, you know I'm a big Kendrick guy. I'm a pretty big hip hop head. I do love R&B. I do love me. My Spanish speaking music as well. But I think today I'm gonna go with "What's Your Name," Tyler the Creator featuring Youngboy. Just a big fan. I think that's a song you can sing to. It gets you in your feels a little bit, but it's not too sad at the same time. It's a happy love song, and I'm okay with that. And
can I sing it?
Yeah.
Like all the words?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Gotcha. No, I'm good.
Oh.
I actually don't know that one. I was genuinely curious. Yeah.
We'll have to play that for you later.
Okay.
Yeah. We have it on vinyl here in studio. So if we ever get copyright rights, we'll maybe surprise you guys next week. But this was the first episode. What are your thoughts?
It was something. Yeah, but let us know, guys. If we're only gonna get better from here.
Yeah,
this was a fun experience, but it's weird right now. To be honest with everyone,
we definitely like y'all don't see the setup, but just know it'll be a little bit better next time, hopefully. So yeah, just stick with us, and we'll see you next week.